Coming up on High Now Daily. It may not be cherry blossom season, but it is the season to apply to become the 73rd Cherry Blossom Festival Queen. Then, we sit down with the producers behind Voice of the Sea to learn about their newest episode that takes us all the way from Hawaii to the Sunshine State. Plus, Rachel's live at the Moana Surfrider Hotel.
I'm shopping in Waikiki at Kahula's newest location, one of the very few native Hawaiian-owned businesses on Kalakaua. All the fun's happening right now on High Now Daily. Aloha and welcome to High Now Daily. I'm Rachel Picaro, and it is a gorgeous day to be here in Waikiki. I am at the Moana Surfrider to check out Kahula's newest location. We're right here on Kalakaua Avenue. Just take a look at how bustling it is out here, and that's why this spot is so perfect for Kahula. I mean, it is iconic here in Waikiki to be at the Moana Surfrider. We all know those beautiful lounge chairs that slide back and forth, get you into a nice, comfortable state. But also right next door to Kahula, and I've got Kehal Nielsen over here, the creator and owner. Thank you so much for having me today.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you for being here.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. Because second location right here, Waikiki. We mentioned it already, but I'm going to say it again. One of the very few Native Hawaiian-owned businesses on Kalakaua. That's huge.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. We're so excited to be here. When we had the opportunity to create a home here for us, we jumped on it, and we're just so excited to be here. What a beautiful, iconic hotel.
Absolutely. It is absolutely stunning. I mean, it's pretty big over here. You can fit just about everything you got.
Come and look around. This is our beautiful
show it
store.
off. Okay, and like you had your grand opening party just this past Saturday. How was that?
It was so much fun. You know, of course, as you said, being one of the few Native Hawaiian business owners on Kalakaua, we were going to celebrate. We absolutely were going to celebrate. We've been open about a month now, so we decided on Saturday we're going to have a grand opening celebration. So we invited our closest family and friends and our close business partners as well, and just treated them to a really beautiful night out. Of course, we had hula. We had Miss Aloha Hula Kaula Kamahele in here. She's a former Miss Aloha Hula. We had Miss Hawaii in here, Hailey Kane, and just beautiful Hawaiian music and hula, and just a good time. A good time.
A very good time. And I was watching because I saw on Instagram, one of our photographers came to come and check it out as well. He said it was off the hook. You guys had everybody coming through the doors. Even you were doing hula as well, I saw.
I did. You know, they kept calling me to come up, and I was like, you know what? I mean, let's just bring it back. Let's just bring it all out.
Absolutely. And then you guys also did like a full-on fashion show. Showing off some of the prints that you have. You have some new stuff as well, yeah.
We wanted to showcase our newest styles that we have here at the store. We just wanted to share with our friends and guests and, you know, family, what's the new things, what we've been up to. So it was a fun time. I think they really enjoyed it, had a nice time.
Yes, and you mentioned you've been here the last, about a month, you said.
Yes.
It was the grand opening on Saturday, but how has this last month been for you folks?
It's been amazing. It really has been. I mean, as a business owner for myself, juggling 2 locations has been, it's been a challenge, but I'm always up for challenges. But it's just so wonderful to be here, and all of the people here at the Moana Surfrider have been nothing but welcoming. I mean, it's just been such a wonderful experience. We're so thankful that we get to, like I said, have a home here and showcase our items here. And so it's been nothing short of amazing.
Yes, and you have this location, it being the second one, your first location at Ala Moana. Those are 2 prime spots to have your shop. So
yeah, absolutely. I feel like, you shoot for the stars, and if you fall a little bit farther from that, you're still aiming pretty high. So our first location, we opened at Ala Moana Center 2019. And so we've been there a couple years. And then when this opportunity came up, like I said, I absolutely jumped on it. And it features our clothing so well. It's just a beautiful location, a beautiful store to showcase our products, especially to our visitors here. Different clientele here, but it's been, just a wonderful experience.
And with that being said, you have the visitors shopping here, you have the kama'aina, all the locals coming out to support you and this incredible brand that you created here in Hawaii. If there's one thing that you'd like people to know about Kahula Le'a, about your prints, and why you came up with this whole concept and this business, would that be?
Well, what I talked about Saturday, what I touched on at the party, I told our guests, one thing that people ask me all the time, well, what makes you different? What is it different? How is your brand different from others? And what I explained to our guests was that our prints, I like to say that I've lived our prints, so I come up with all of the concepts, but when I am talking about for here, Dad's Honohono orchids, they're like, what's Dad's Honohono orchids? I made this print for my dad. He used to grow Honohono orchids in his yard. And then I write all of the stories behind it. If you look over there, that's my tutu's quilt print. We call it tutu's quilt. And my tutu actually had a quilt print that
the beautiful purple one.
The beautiful purple one. So,
I
mean, there's countless prints that have stories behind them. And so that's what I shared with our guests that night. And I think that resonates with them and with people everywhere, that there's special meaning behind it. And it's not just a print that we draw.
Yeah.
We didn't just Google inspiration. We put intention into it.
Absolutely. So. You lived it, like you said. So you're going to see that each one of these prints and styles have such a special meaning to you, your life, your story. And we're going to continue to share about Kahula Le'a. We are going to go to break, but when we come back, we are going to talk about the QR code you can scan so you can get the individualized story of each print. It is so special. It's all about educating everybody who comes through the doors about what Kahula Le'a is all about. We'll be right back with more of Hi Now Daily and Kahula Le'a here in Waikiki.
Aloha and welcome back to Hi Now Daily. Now I am here with Tori Nakata, the 72nd Cherry Blossom Festival Queen. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
And congratulations, that's huge. Look at that, Queen on your sash.
Yes.
So can you tell us just about how your year has been so far? I think you told me that you ran and won in March.
Yes.
So it's been about half a year. What's the year been like for you?
It's been a whirlwind, but it's been incredible. It's been awesome to have the opportunity to be queen and be able to go out in the community and meet so many new people and just see like the foundation that is the Japanese community here in Hawaii and how it's been so supportive of the festival and just young women here in Hawaii in general. Yeah.
Absolutely. And what you mentioned right there, the Japanese community, and it is very vast here in Hawaii.
Yes, very robust.
Yes. So can you tell me, for anyone who doesn't know what the Cherry Blossom Festival is, and especially what it's like being queen, do you mind just sharing a little bit about the organization?
Yeah, so the Cherry Blossom Festival is one of the longest standing, continually running festivals here in Hawaii. It consists of the Honolulu Japanese Junior Chamber, and within that there's the Cherry Blossom Festival. And then contestants get the opportunity to participate in cultural classes, professional development for about 7 months.
Wow.
And then you have the opportunity to do the festival ball, which is the culmination of all of our classes, all of our learnings, and then you have the opportunity to wear a whole fure-sori kimono, perform taiko, which is a class we get to take for about 2 to 3 months every week. We learn from the amazing Kenny Endo and his whole team.
Wow.
And then it's just the most beautiful opportunity to kind of share your culture with your family, your friends, and just kind of grow as a person as well.
Yeah, that is so special to be able to keep culture alive. And
Definitely.
I have to know, what was your favorite cultural class?
Honestly, there was so many classes. There's about 20 different classes that you get to take. Yes, so it's absolutely incredible and a whirlwind as well. But my favorite was Hanafuda. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I actually don't know what that is.
It's a Japanese traditional card game that I actually learned about through the festival. It was one of the classes that I had no idea what it was up until actually running.
Okay.
I thought maybe it would be food, maybe it would be something, but it's a card game. And the initiative of the organization that we were doing it with was to bond with the different generations, try to build the older generations with the new generations. And for me, that's exactly what it did. I was able to play with my grandparents that night, and I was even able to share it with all of my friends. So it's been awesome.
Wow, that is cool. You're gonna have to teach me how to do that after
Yes,
this.
absolutely.
But okay, so it's half the year is gone, but you're actually here to talk a little bit about how the next year's women can apply. So can you tell us about how women sign up, or what the process is like, and maybe what eligibility it looks like too?
So our deadline for application is going to be August 1st, 2024. So pretty soon, about like 2 weeks out until then. But for more information, you can go to cbfhawaii.com or on our Instagram at Cherry Blossom Festival Hawaii and on Facebook. But some of the eligibilities that there are is you have to be female, born in Hawaii, a US resident from the age of 19 to 28, as well as have 50% Japanese ancestry.
Okay, all right, and they can get more of those details. That was kind of a lot. So if you
Yeah,
missed
there's
that,
a whole list. You can absolutely go and check it out. Yeah.
Okay, now I have to ask, so far, what has been your all-time favorite highlight of the year?
Oh, there's been so many, but I believe some of them has to be with the trips that we're involved with. The Cherry Blossom Festival here in Hawaii also has 2 sister chapters in Northern California, the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival, and then Nisei Week in LA. So we always get to go up to visit their festivals and see the differences and the similarities between them. But in April, I had the opportunity to go and visit their festival, and it was just so incredible. It was my first time in San Francisco, and it was just awesome.
Wow, that's awesome. So you get to travel, you get to connect, build your community, of course, learn and represent all of Japanese culture. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
On this amazing accomplishment, and make sure you guys check out their website to learn about your eligibility, or maybe somebody that you know. Tori, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
That was
How's it, aloha gang? Today on High Now, we've hit Oahu's west side. We're at Brick Oven Pizza in Kapolei, one of the local joints participating in American Savings Bank's Buy Local program. So when you support local, you save too. Let's head inside. All right, we've come inside to Brick Oven Pizza now. From the garden aisle to Oahu, we're hanging out with our friend Toby, learning more about this local business.
So we're a family from Kauai. There's actually two families, the Guano and the Gomerises. We've been making pizzas about 16 years. We bought the restaurant out in March of 2008, and we expanded multiple locations, but we have currently Oahu and Kauai.
But there's a lot more happening than just pizzas over here at Brick Oven. Can you walk us through the spread? Tell us about all this food.
We have the open face. This is one of my personal favorite sandwiches. It is a ham, cheese, tomato, and there's a layer of mayonnaise underneath.
Ooh. And it's just magic? Okay, what do you recommend? Do you go for the end piece? Do you go for the middle piece?
I go for the end piece.
Okay, cheers. I'm with you though. The mayo with the toasted bread, the melty cheese, the tomato makes you feel a little healthy. Open face sandwich will lead to closed eye nap after though. This is super good.
And then this is the garlic parm chicken wings, tossed in garlic butter and then Parmesan cheese.
So I gotta go into the ranch. I'm just getting a little bit of everything here. I would not recommend this on the first date though. The garlic.
You never know.
Actually,
If they're the right one.
if they're the right one. Garlic Parmesan wings, the key to everyone's heart.
And this one is the Hawaiian barbecue pizza.
I love the crust.
Barbecue sauce, cheese, chicken, green onions, and pineapples. Quite popular.
Yeah, it's quite popular.
Yeah.
Pineapple on the pizza, okay? A lot of people think it's a sin. I don't think so, though. You gotta come and have it over here at Brick Oven Pizza, that's why. Cheers.
I should order this one more often.
Yeah, that is good. I love the sauce on there. What's the sauce?
Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce. The zest and the citrus of the pineapple kind of gives it some freshness.
And then this one is our super pizza, which is our all-time bestseller. There's pepperoni, salami, ham, Portuguese sausage, Italian sausage, beef, bell peppers, mushrooms, olives, and green onions.
This is like my favorite part too, the fixins. Just hanging off the side. The pizza is packed with flavor.
Yeah.
Also, when people come down here to the location, there's also a full bar. This is the flagship restaurant though, and it's been here for how long on the west side?
This one's been here for 13 years.
13 years. And in addition to people coming over here, eating in person, we do catering, we do parties, we do other planning, right? Tell us about that.
We have 4 different options you can choose from. We have the Superman package that includes 5 pizzas, pan of Caesar salad, and then a choice of either french fries or soybeans, chicken wings, and a soft drink.
Brick Oven Pizza is one of the local restaurants that's participating in the Buy Local program. Why is a program like that so important, do you think, for local businesses?
I think it's important because it allows new consumers to come in and check us out. Like if they didn't want to, maybe spend that extra dollar and then they get the discount.
What is the deal ASB card members are getting when they come down here?
So if you spend $70 or more, then you get $15 off.
So every time that tab comes in, it's $70 off, you're gonna get 15 off with the ASB card, yeah?
Yes. You can head to our website at Brick Oven Pizza Hawaii, come down to Kapolei and visit us, or you can go to Kauai and our location in Kalaheo.
Cheers, thanks so much for having us over here.
Yeah.
And we'll have this whole segment up at HighNowDaily.com.
All right, I am still here shopping at Kahula, the second location for them in Waikiki. We're at the Moana Surf Rider, which is a prime location.
Absolutely.
It's been awesome for you guys this last month. And I think, the thing I love so much about what you do with Kahula is you're always expanding the products, coming up with different ways and different styles and prints. And that's like what you do best. And now on this table, that's even more, right? Tell us about this.
It's so fun. So we're in a hotel location, so we definitely want to develop some products to serve our customers here. So we developed a whole new swim line. We have 1 pieces and 2 pieces here now. And we wanted it to all match. We want you to look fashionable on the beach. So we got matching trucker hats now. We have the microfiber beach towels that are in a carrying bag. Sand free. You just go out on the beach and you can coordinate and match and you're gonna look fabulous doing so. So that was fun. We have t-shirts because sometimes people just want to, throw on a quick thing and just still feel like they bought something from Hawaii. Even like what I'm wearing, it's from beach to happy hour. It's just manoa. It's very comfortable. It's very resort wear. So we try to develop a lot of more resort wear styles, but also, the beach wear. So we have it over here in this corner over here. We have our swim.
Yes.
So this is our swim here, just our first run and swim. You want to match with the pareos as well. And then again, the microfiber beach towels.
You really thought of everything. Seriously, it is all uniform over here. You got the bikini matching with the pareo. And then when you're paused with the water, you put the towel on. And this is the microfiber towels that I love to wrap my kids in because it dries super fast. And they go, oh, I pause swim. They go back in the ocean. Okay, now I pause swim. Okay. The next thing you know, you're like, oh, all these sopping wet towels. But no, these dry so quickly.
They're amazing.
I love it.
When we started testing these out, I just couldn't believe how fast they would just dry up, and it's just not exactly what you said, not the sopping beach towel. So that's like a great thing that we developed, and it also makes great gifts. Like a lot of visitors come in and they want to bring back little things to their friends and family at home. So these package up into those little pouches and they just can gift them when they go home.
Yeah.
Other things that we developed, pouches, our little pouches.
These are cute.
Can you just take to the beach, little canvas pouches that you can just take to the beach, and we're matching you here. We also have our beach totes.
Here's the tote. You can fit everything on this table in this bag.
Yes.
And then I'm like someone who likes like plenty different bags.
Right.
Boom, you get this one and it all again matches. Put all the stuff in here. Put it back in there, the sunscreen, the water, everything goes fits in. With the hat so you don't get sunburn, you know what I mean? And then sometimes people often think that kahula le'a is mostly for the wahine, but no, right?
No, we absolutely have menswear as well. So here we have stone in our active polo, and you guys are matching, and it's great for all the guests that come here. Like they're coming in looking for matching sets, and we absolutely have them. So we have these active polos here and this jumpsuit kaihoko, which is so cute and fun. But we have, and this print is actually exclusively at this colorway and print is exclusively at the Moana Surf Rider.
Ooh, so you gotta come in here to get this one here and that one there. I love it because it's the holo, but then you have the active. So whether you're working out, you're getting so sweaty, dries real fast, or you wanna go with your buddies and all the ladies, you guys wanna go golfing, it's a perfect
so we
one.
can show you. So that's the active polo. That's a little bit looser fit. My husband, when he wanted me to start doing menswear, right? He's like, okay, well, just do an aloha shirt. And I'm like, I'll just do one aloha shirt. And then obviously men now need many different options. So
they're more picky than us, I gotta say.
I was, but we have that for them. So we have the active polos there. And this is our newest one. So we call it the holo polo, but it's like a golf polo. So it's a little bit more fitted.
So when you get the swing, it's tight, but it doesn't restrict the movement.
Yeah, absolutely. And these are really popular. Like the men really enjoy both styles. And I think it's just what works for the customer. If you want it loose and fit, dry fit, or if you want something a little more fitted. And so we do have that for them. But absolutely, we want people to know that we have matching for the whole ohana as well. We have kids and matching men and women.
Beautiful. So men and women, different types of styles. Again, like I said, what I love so much about what you do is you're always creating, innovating, coming up with different patterns and different colorways. I love that so much about what you do. So keep doing it, right?
Thank you. It makes it fun. For our customers, they love variety. So we always try to present something new for them.
Beautiful. So make sure you come to this location as well because there are some exclusives like we just saw with the prints. And when we come back, again, we're going to tell you all about the stories behind each one of these prints. You're watching Hi Now Daily. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more from here at Kahula Le'a's second location in Waikiki. Aloha and welcome back to Hi Now Daily. I'm here, Kahula, second location in Waikiki. I'm back with Kehao, and we are talking all about what's new here, what's been going on this last month since you've opened, and now we're gonna go a little deeper into the story of each one of these prints. So tell us a little bit about these new QR codes.
Yeah, this is an amazing thing that we developed, our team developed. We have a totally different clientele here. And like at Ala Moana, we're a little spoiled because it's a lot of our local customers. So they come in, they know, they've seen the Instagram post, they know the story behind it. They come in, they know what they already want. But the clientele here is a little different. They come in and they love our prints, but they don't realize that there's actually storytelling behind it. And like I had said earlier, I've lived my prints and it's very intentional. So we wanted to be able to share that with them. So we developed these little placards here with the print, and we did a little QR code that they can scan, and it'll take it straight to the print inspiration. And so we thought it ended up being such a great thing that we also brought that over to Ala Moana store as well, because maybe some of our customers don't know that there is a story behind it over there, but now that way they can know what the intention was, what the print inspiration is, and I think it's just one more way of sharing stories.
Absolutely, and I love storytelling. I love when people tell me stories. I love listening to, especially stories of Hawaii and Native Hawaiian plants and all kinds of good stuff like that. This one says Dad's Hono Hono Orchids, and that's a print I'm wearing, correct?
That's the print you're wearing, yeah. So that story is a little bit more personal. That one is about, when I came up with this print during Father's Day weekend, and I was talking about how I made this print for my dad actually a long time ago. It lived in my Dropbox for a really long time, but it talks about how my dad in his later years, he grew, these Hono Hono orchids, and I was just so amazed that he could create something of such beauty, because, growing up, it was like with him, he's like Mr. Outdoorsman, fisherman, all of that kind of stuff. But later in life, he would do these kinds of things, and when you share that personal stories with guests, I feel like it connects them with you, and then they start telling us their stories or why this print resonates with them, and I think it's really special that we can share that. And so that's just one new techie way that we could reach out and share those inspirations with us. So over here, they're all around our store. You just have to look for them. This one is Ka'ua Moaniani Lehua Puna. This print is one of our standards. Like, we'll always keep this in store.
I love
this one
that.
talks about the rain of Puna, which is where I'm from. And I wrote this. So you can go and scan that QR code and then read about the print inspiration. But yes, this one is about the rain of Puna.
I was so inspired that I went and grabbed my phone, so I wanted to kind of do it here. Now my screen is all a little bit bust up a little bit because dropped it too many times. But yes, it takes you right there. Got the story. It says, in a time when water is at the forefront of our thoughts, I wanted to celebrate it through this print. So yes, it's a whole detailed description of this print, and I find that fascinating. And I think that's such a great opportunity for us to share with the visitors who come to Hawaii a little bit more about our stories here, how special it is, and the connections we have to our Aina. So I feel like with Kahula and your brand and this creation that you've, brought to life, it is a way to educate our visitors. More than, of course, just coming to beautiful Waikiki and Hawaii in general, but also educating them about why it's so special to each of us. And maybe, they will take back a print, they'll take back, a dress or a towel or a bag, whatever, but they'll also remember the memories that they've had here.
And they can share with their family when they go back. I think that's so what is at the core of our culture. We're storytellers. We come from storytellers, right? In our hula, like I'm, long-time hula dancer, so my whole life I've been a storyteller, right? So fashion is simply just one more way that I am allowed to share these stories. And I love what you say. It's about sharing. It's not so much about educating. We don't want to come from a place like, oh, we're teaching you. We want to share, like we want you to realize that these things have like intentions and beautiful meanings behind it. And we hope that resonates with them wherever they're from.
Absolutely, and I'm sure it will. I mean, from the prints to the colors to the designs, everything is just so stunning in here.
Thank you.
Please come shop with Kahula Le'a if you haven't checked out their newest location here in Waikiki. You really ought to. So, Keha, thank you so much and congratulations again on this.
So happy to have friends like you in here.
Thank you. Honored to be here, and I will be back. We're going to break, but we'll be back with more of Hi Now Daily. Aloha.
Aloha and welcome back to Hi Now Daily. Now I am joined with Kanessa Duncan Seraphin and Thor Seraphin, and we're going to talk all about Voice of the Sea, which is your incredible series. For anyone that hasn't seen it, can you just tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's a half-hour show on K5, so we're on Saturdays and Sundays at 6, and we're actually in our 11th season.
Wow.
I know, it's so exciting. We're produced by the University of Hawaii Sea Grant College Program, so I'm actually a professor at the University of Hawaii, and our show shares stories of ocean science and research and culture with the local community, and our goal is to engage our viewers in issues that are important to them here in Hawaii and throughout the Pacific.
That is amazing, and I can see right here we have on our lovely table a number of awards. Can you talk about what these awards are and how you've garnered them over the years?
Sure, these are some of our Telly Awards. We've won how many Telly Awards now?
They've lost track.
49.
49.
Smokes.
Right?
Wow.
We won 6 last year for some of our episodes about sharks and whales and beach cleaning machines. We got a gold award for our episode called Smile about the summer marine mammal intensive learning experience, where high school students get to go and work with whale and dolphin researchers and whatnot and learn about the work they do. And was a really cool episode.
That is amazing. And what it sounds like is what you're really marrying is education and culture. So can you tell me, what can people expect? I know the newest series just came out in January, so what can people expect to see?
Oh, we've had some really amazing episodes this year about raising pua, raising community, about raising pua, baby ama ama for our local ia. We just got back from Florida. I know, it's our first episode outside the Pacific, and we traveled to interview fishermen and researchers and local experts there about their projects. So they're farming these filter feeders. They're farming oysters and clams and sponges.
Wow.
And they help to clean the water, but they also make the environment better nurseries for commercially important fish species. And then you can sell and eat the product.
What?
Right?
That just sounds like so harmonious.
It's really awesome. There's similar work going on here, like the work to clean Pu'uloa, Pearl Harbor, with the oysters, the native oysters that they're bringing back, or Kualoa Ranch grows oysters. On Kauai, there's Nomilu local ia, and they also grow hard clams. But the work in Florida is a little bit different, and there's a lot of parallels, so we're really excited for our viewers to take a look at that episode and see some of the differences and similarities and get some ideas.
Yeah, that is so cool. It's so important to just share, like, what are other people doing across the world so that we can either copy or even make it a little bit better than what they're doing. Now, Thor, I know you work on the back end, on the editing side. Can you tell us a little bit about what that process is like and what goes into the curation of your episodes?
Oh, wow. Well, it's a lot of love and sweat, I guess.
Yeah.
But I guess each episode we're usually telling about somebody's kind of like life's passion and work that they've been building a career of doing some kind of community work, and hopefully they'll have kind of some existing videos and pictures of the kind of work that's come before we've got on the scene, and then we'll get out there and do the interview and try to tell as much of the stories we can capture there. And then sometimes things happen after we leave, and we'll get those all incorporated into the episodes and pump out as many as we can. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, for anyone that wants to get more information or can follow you, support you on your journey, where do they go?
We have a website, so we build a web page for every episode. It's at voiceofthesea.org, and you can go there and get actually standards-aligned curriculum for educators, activities for keiki, or just more information for viewers who are interested in the topics on the episodes. And you can also follow us on social media at Voice of the Sea TV.
Perfect. All right, make sure you check out their website, go and follow them, and thank you both so much for being here.
Oh, mahalo for having us.
You're watching High Now Daily, and we'll be right back. Aloha and welcome back to Hi Now Daily. Now I am joined by Dr. Kent Yamamoto, who is the medical director of the neuroscience line of Rehab Hospital of the Pacific. That's a lot. Oh my goodness, but thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, what is it exactly that you do at the Rehab Hospital?
So I work primarily with the brain injury and stroke population, just rehabilitate them, make sure that their blood pressure is under control, their sugars are under control, help with their pain, make sure that they're able to participate well in therapy.
Now, stroke is unfortunately one of those things that is actually very prevalent in a lot of people's lives. Can you just talk a little bit about education and awareness of stroke?
Sure, so stroke is the highest cause of disability in Hawaii.
Wow.
And what I want to say is to follow up with your primary care doctor to control those risk factors: high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, smoking. If you have atrial fibrillation, get that treated. A lot of my patients, actually a lot of them, majority of them, currently have not been seeing their physician, so they let those risk factors get out of control. And so now we're trying to bring those risk factors under control. If they had those risk factors under control, their risk of having a stroke would be a lot less. And also what I see now is a lot of younger people having strokes. So these are patients 50 years old, 40 years old, even some of them 30 years old.
Wow.
Because they're non-compliant with seeing their physician. They may also be on illicit drugs. So methamphetamines in combination with high blood pressure. The methamphetamines increase your blood pressure further, causing hemorrhagic type of stroke.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So obviously that's the worst case scenario, right? You go through a stroke or someone you love goes through a stroke. But once that happens, what is the path to recovery?
Sure. So one thing initially, if you think you're having a stroke or somebody else is having a stroke, think be fast.
Okay.
B-E-F-A-S-T. B, balance. So if somebody has abnormal balance, not really walking straight, that may be a sign of stroke. Eyesight issues may also be a cause of stroke. F, facial droop, typically on one side. Arm weakness, also on the same side, or even leg weakness on the same side. S, speech, so slurred speech, not being able to speak well. And then T, timing. Timing is of the essence. So as soon as you think you're having a stroke, call 911. Don't call your doctor because it takes time for your doctor to call you back, as we all know. Don't have your relative drive you to the ER. Call 911. The ambulance are going to be able to decide what hospital you need, because not all the hospitals provide the treatment that you may need. So always call 911.
Yeah, these are such great tips. Dr. Kent, thank you so much for sharing all your wealth of knowledge. I know it's not all you have though. So if people need to get any more information, what's the best resource for them?
So check out our website, rehabhospital.org. We have a lot of community programs out there, art programs, stroke programs, adaptive biking. So check out our website.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of really useful and helpful information. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. You're watching Hi Now Daily.
Hola, saludos. My name is Ray Herman. This is my wife, Kim Herman. We are the owners and founders of Raiz Tortillas. We're located here in Kalihi between Ethel's and Alicia's Market on Democrat Street.
Raiz means root in Spanish, and it takes us back to the authentic way of making tortillas. Even though we're all the way here in Hawaii in the middle of the Pacific, we are still very rooted to our heritage and our culture back in Mexico. We decided to create a tortilleria back in about 2018, 2019 after Ray went to Mexico and came back and wanted to start a restaurant and couldn't find actually the same tortillas that he had made and ate daily in Mexico. So the light bulb moment came on at that point, and we're like, that's what Hawaii needs. We need some classic, authentic nixtamal tortillas.
We started Raiz Tortillas because, as a Hispanic Mexican, I wanted to find that tortilla that I was raised on, from a mother, from my grandma. That was my wish, to find that tortillas. Obviously going down to Mexico and studying the cuisine and finding that tortilla, I really wanted to share that culture with Hawaii.
We source our corn from a couple of purveyors in the US that work with a network of about over 2,500 small generational farmers throughout Mexico. These farmers and their families have been cultivating these seeds, these heirloom seeds, for generations. And we are just so grateful for these purveyors that have brought together these families in order to bring the corn not only to the US, but all the way to Hawaii. So we could not do what we do without them.
We have around 15 varieties of corn that we bring in. Every corn has its own flavors. So we go from the blues to have that nice earthiness flavor to it, to the reds that has that nice nutty flavor, to the yellows and whites that have that buttery flavor, background, vegetable flavor to them. So it is pretty cool to see those corns being brought in and doing the process of nixtamalization. Nixtamalization is a process of cooking the corn in an alkaline solution. It's 3 simple ingredients: corn, water, and lime. We cook it, we steep it, then we grind it to make it a dough. And from there we go into a gas-powered oven. This is our oven. So right now I'm putting the masa in. It's gonna go through the rollers. It's gonna come out as a nice tortilla cut. And from there it's gonna go into the oven. And that oven's gonna cook it around 600 degrees or higher. And it's gonna cook that tortilla to a nice consistency, nice and fluffy. Each tier has its own process. The first tier seals it, then the middle tier cooks it through, and the last tier starts the cooling process. And it's all run by gas. We test our tortillas. We pretty much comes out of the oven and we squeeze it to make sure that the tortilla has that flexibility, the elasticity. So we squeeze it like a sponge, and it should naturally come back to its original shape and create a nice rolled taco.
And it can hold up the juiciest taco. You can find Raiz Tortillas currently at the Farmers Market at Kaka'ako, Aloha Farm Lovers, and in Kailua Farmers Market. If you can't make it to the Farmers Market, you can find us at Mercado de la Raza on Beretania Street or on farmlinkhawaii.com.
Thank you, gracias provecho from our familia to your ohana.
Welcome back to Hi Now Daily. Now this weekend is going to be an amazing weekend to settle in front of the TV and watch the Olympics. The opening ceremony takes place on Friday night, and you can watch it beginning at 6:30 p.m. on KHNL. And to make sure you don't miss a minute of action, you can order your favorite pizza or chicken or pasta. You know they have amazing things right at Domino's Hawaii. They have their order ahead feature, so you can put in your order now and you don't have to worry about a single thing. Now what we're featuring today is our $8.99 special. So one thing that Domino's does for all of Hawaii is make sure that it is so affordable for everyone. So you can get all of this, $8.99 each. It's their mix and match. So it includes their pizza, their boneless chicken, their pasta, their bread bites. So right here are some of my favorites that I like to get with the mix and match. This is their boneless chicken. It's so delicious. I'm pretty basic, but I do love the ranch sauce. It's so good, and it's just like nice and simple. Gives you that chicken tender vibe. I'm gonna go for that. So good. You can also do their pizza, which is amazing. You can one topping pizza, medium size. I'm going with my healthy feelings right now. So I chose some spinach on top. And then, this is actually my favorite pasta. It's so creamy. It's their pasta primavera. And you get it's got a bunch of veggies in here. It's got some mushrooms, it's got their spinach, and it's actually like so creamy and amazing. They do such a good job. There's always a lucky noodle in it too. Like, where's my lucky noodle? Right here, found it. Woo, oh, there it is. And what Domino's Hawaii does for you and your family is make sure that it's so easy. So of course they have their delivery option. Their carry out is always a solid. But my favorite feature is actually going online. You can schedule the exact time that you want your delivery, or if you want to pick it up, you can also schedule that ahead of time. And my favorite hack is actually going to their coupon code area. You just have to go down there and you can see like a whole list of all their different coupons that you can apply to your order. So even if it's not their $8.99 mix and match, they have a bunch of other deals. And of course, this right here, what we're featuring is their brand new New York style pizza. So it's a little bit different. It comes in larger slices. And the New Yorkers, what they do is they boom, in half just like that, and it's a perfect time to attack. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for joining the show, and make sure to join us tomorrow. You're watching High Now Daily. See you there.